Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Flick Freaks. Just kidding. Akasan here. I'm actually, I didn't even do anything today. I have this suit on right now because, look, I'm actually just taking photos. I'm taking photos for my job application because I didn't think that the one that I currently had was actually that good. So I decided to turn around and I was like, you know what? Selfie like that, just get some sort of photo that looks a little more presentable, and I was just kind of thinking about this while I was sending out the applications, and I wanted to talk to you guys about it, just to kind of let you guys know one of those experiences that happen in Japanese life. I got a couple of things going against me with this sort of job search, and I knew this was going to be an issue because it was an issue still in Fukuoka when I was looking for a job. There's a few things, and I'm being as honest with you guys as I can. It's not easy. The road I'm choosing, it's not easy, but as I've mentioned before, it takes like 2 or 3 years to, it took me 2 or 3 years to even get to this point, to just go without a rope. But it won't be, it's not easy. So I've been applying for jobs every day. That's just been my routine. Waking up, send out at least 2 or 3 applications a day, get to YouTube, editing, things like that, right? And I try to do this as much as I can. No calls, just not even one person. I got one part-time thing, and luckily it was my voice. But that's as far as I can tell, that's a very general type of job, type of deal. Like, they're gonna get any foreigner as long as they're in from North America, whatever. It's nothing with skill. And honestly, from what I've seen, it just seems like skill in education doesn't really have much to do. Like, not really much. Not really. They all want you to have some sort of degree, which I don't. I have lots of experience, but that's, like I said, that's kind of a negative. Or actually, it can be a big negative for some schools. Some other schools really enjoy the experience, but sometimes the more experience you have, the more the employers are worried that you're going to end up taking over their company, or you're going to be like, you're not going to be able to adapt, so to speak, to what their sort of protocol is. And it's never been a problem with me, but I always need to get through I need to get that first interview. Once I get that first interview, it's generally no problem. I did have a big issue about a year ago when I was actually going to work somewhere in Osaka, and everything was going well for it was like a 4-month interview process. It was crazy, but suddenly, they just said I was too experienced and thought that I would be wanting more money in like a year or so. So I don't know how true that was, because later down the line, actually on my road to Tokyo, when I made a pit stop in Osaka, I found some information out that it had a little more to do with this. And that's crazy, right? It's crazy that, oh my God, the camera. Are we still there? Okay, good. Sorry. Pushing this goddamn table is getting worked, and it's crazy. So that in this day and age, that's still going to be an issue. But Japan's a very and I'm being very honest here, is Japan, like, it really depends on the employer, but most companies, from what I have seen, a lot of companies, there's a particular type of teacher that they want: white, short hair, clean cut. Something Hitler would probably have had approved. Shouldn't say that, but if you see these advertisements, that's exactly what they're looking for. That's like this clean cut. It's crazy. I gotta get a photo for you guys, because I saw it in Akihabara, and I'm like, who would want to learn from someone? They look mean. They're not smiling, and it's like, who would want to learn from this image? It's crazy. They really look like, those types of people. Now, kindergartens and, working with kids, they're a little more open, I think, because I think it's a little harder for them to find that clean-cut white boy that can play with kids and to take care of kids, so They tend to look for females and things like that. So I have better luck there sometimes, but still, I'm older. Like I said, no degree. I have the experience, but like I said, sometimes that's not a good thing for some schools, because then they want again, the pay becomes an issue as well. There was something I have long hair, very wild hair, dreads, colored hair, so there's a lot of negatives against me. But so the point of this one video though that has come up, because it's also visa support is a thing, because if, let's say, I was married, then there actually isn't as much of a concern in terms of finding like a stable type of job. It's easier to like do a part-time type of job. No company has to worry about supporting me. That becomes the bigger issue, which is why they tend to want like someone they think they can depend on. And apparently, depending on someone or how committed someone is based on the color of their skin or their age. So, you know, and so there is an issue that comes up sometimes, and it's bound to come up real soon. And it's been coming up recently, and it came up when I was in Fukuoka, is the idea of getting married. Just get married to anybody for a visa so that you can stay out here, at least stay in Japan, right? So it was something my boss, it used to annoy me so much when I had the problem of just getting my visa, switching over to a student visa to a specialist in humanities visa, which is what I have now, which basically is a type of visa that says this, you can only just, Japan needs you because you have a specific talent in doing this sort of job, which 9 times out of 10 is just speaking your own language, right? So, but that's the kind of visa I have right now. But before then, like, it was such a big struggle. Like, my boss, he was really wanting me just to go ahead and get married, right? My assistant was wanting me to go ahead and get married, right? And it kind of was kind of sad to me, just personally to me, that people would just throw marriage, the sanctity, the ideal of marriage out there just as a way to survive, to live, like it's a business contract, which is true. Marriage is, in a sense, a business contract, two people signing a contract, dealing with each other. And if it doesn't work out, you know, then assets get split, children's time gets split. So, you know, I guess the question would be, would Aka-san ever get married to stay in Japan? What do you guys think? I'm very curious. What do you think? Would I stay in Japan in order to just stay in Japan? Would I go ahead and I wouldn't say give up, but yeah, I guess give up my first marriage rights and get married just to stay with somebody? Why don't we go ahead and put that question out there, and I'll get back to you on this one. Yeah, do you guys think Aka-san would get married in order to stay here in Japan? Japan's a very lovely place. It's very nice. It has interesting benefits. And there's also downsides to it. So would I stay in Japan, or would I just go back home? That's the question of the day here, and I guess be back with me the next day or the next update when I give you my answer here. Or I might put it in a link in the description below for now. Alright, let me know what you guys think below. It's a very interesting, it's a very heavy you know, I have friends that actually do get married because of this. And they're on, you know, they're on a spouse visa. It's very, very interesting. Let me know what you guys think below. Peace.